This video has been one which I've been anticipated to do, and usually I'm not the one to speak about dramas around the world, but this one has been going on for quite a while, and I think I needed to come clear of this. So also this may be the final video regarding about the brony fandom and my experience through it. When I first heard about the brony fandom, I thought it was a normal fandom, just a fandom like about when everyone is a fan of a pop star and whatnot. But after months and months of watching it, and when My Little Pony came to an end, um, I think I've decided to watch some archives of videos about bronies, and boy, it was absolutely horrifying and traumatizing. So, people. So mostly this fandom was mostly involved around disabled people who like My Little Pony. I don't know if there are any uh, people who don't have disability who are in this fandom, but I hate to say this, but they're ruining their lives with this fandom. Mainly because some people have been against the bronies, and I hate to say this, but they had the right to be against them because everything the bronies have done was just to anticipate to ruin children's lives, as if when they did nothing to them. So they made some terrible fan art, and they took the show too seriously. Um, yeah. I'm also proud to say that My Little Pony has been one of the things that the world has had the worst to deal with, and that is really sad because the fourth generation of My Little Pony actually tried to bring up a life lesson, which is trying to accept people for who they are, according to IMDb, of course. But unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it did it the very, very wrong way. Yeah, and the bronies has got to be one of the worst things that one of the worst fandoms that the world has had to deal with. There's no better way of saying it. If you want to say bronies curse you, I'm not stopping you at all. They deserved it for ruining people's lives with their stupid, disgusting love and tolerance. That is a heck no. We like something, we can do that, but tolerate it, no, no. There's no such thing as love and tolerance. The only love and tolerance you gave was the middle finger to our faces for people who don't like My Little Pony because they're not interested in it. You forced it down people's throats, bronies. If you don't believe me, look at the archives of brony cringe, and then you'll see what this world has become with. And also with with the thing about the life lesson that My Little Pony had to bring us about accepting people for who they are, like, do we have to accept paedophiles, zoophiles, demons, devils? Like, do we have to accept a bad guy? I can't even make the situation better. There's no rescuing it for how horrible this fandom has brought. Um, yeah, they brought up. People have brought up some very, very disgusting, disturbing images about the My Little Pony characters doing pornographic stuff, or should I say, NSFW. But it just goes to show that the bronies try to make our lives horrible. The thing is, they don't know their lives are worse than ours could ever be. It's so, I'm not saying every brony is terrible, but come on, you know what I mean, right? There are some fandoms that are safe. Well, I think that I feel safe, like Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm not gonna lie, Thomas the Tank Engine does have its moments in the fandom, but it doesn't have moments like the one in My Little Pony does. It's the only fan base where I don't feel safe, which is why I've decided to not be a brony. And, well, to be honest, I never was a brony. Never made fan art, never owned a merchandise, never watched a show. I did see clips of it. I'll guarantee you one thing. The old My Little Pony, the old generation of My Little Pony, Generation 1, 2 and 3, that was a world of peace. Generation 4, on the other hand, it just made me lose a ton of brain cells in the bad way. That's why I despise bronies with a passion. Some bronies have called out on people or falsely accused them for attacking their fan base. For example, I'll try and say her name correctly. She was called Zezray. I think I said her name correctly. Nah, I don't think so. She's a Russian teenager. I don't know how old she is now, but back in the past, I think it was around 2021 or later, she made a video called Bronies Ruined My Childhood, where she explained about how toxic the bronies were being. And then a YouTuber by the name of Crispy, who's now retired, called out on her in a very, very mean way. He was so aggressive. And let me tell you, he was an adult. An adult being aggressive to a teenage girl. Well done, Crispy. You just made yourself look like a complete and utter butthole. A bumhole. I mean, no wonder life has been treating you like sugar honey iced tea, Crispy. Okay, some people have left the brony fan base, and I'm glad they did, because otherwise their lives would be in total ruin. Once you post a video of you being a brony, and when it's cringe, someone will put an archive on it, and then put it back, and then it'll get more views, and then people will just laugh at you or even cringe at you. And then then the bronies question to themselves, why are they still single? Look at yourself, bronies, and then you'll realise why you're single. Of course, I'm single, and I'm totally fine. Maybe you're fine, but if you don't get a girlfriend and be sad of it, it's kind of your own fault, bronies. Okay, so what did I want to say? I'll try and think of something else to say. But still, whether it's bronies around the world, whether they're French, English, German, it's Italian, Russian, Ukraine, American, whatnot. If you reveal yourself on the internet to be a brony and then you cosplay yourself or as a female character and act so weird, your chances of survival in the real world are highly unlikely to happen. I know I'm saying the same things over and over again, like I did on my last videos, but you've got to admit that I'm trying to be more honest about bronies. And also, I wish I was kidding there. If you look on some other archives of brony cringe, there was one of them where someone had created, I can't believe I'm about to say this, a My Little Pony sex toy. I mean, well done, bronies. You've officially ruined children's lives. You're the reason why I don't consider myself to be a brony. And probably never will be. And I thank you for it. And I'm being sarcastic when I say that. This is why I in a sense, dislike the show. The fourth generation of the show. Not the old generations. And I also fear for Generation 5 if it's going to be toxic like it is right now a bit. Anyway, I hope you all take my advice to stay away from the brony fandom. And if you have been in a brony fandom, and if you're trying to move on from My Little Pony, I'd like to thank you for taking all the crap that the bronies have brought to you. I'm glad that you all are still standing, as am I. And to the brony fandom, get out of the internet. I think I'm done with the bronies. This is probably the last time I'm gonna talk about bronies. Thank you for watching. I'm off to do some stuff.